Hello, KWXers. In today's video, we will be talking about the upcoming severe weather event. Possibly. This is not 100%. We'll be talking a little bit about hurricanes, and we will also be talking a little bit about the ongoing Texas flooding. So a lot of flooding has been going on in Texas, which is why I'm mentioning that. And so let's just move on to over here. We just see a little bit of the Texas flooding in this little video here. As we can see, cars on freeways and just a little bit of what has happened in the ongoing Texas flooding after it's gone from drought to Gulf of Mexico lake waters. And now let's move back to real quick. Here's the excessive rainfall outlook. To here. Now, let's just take a little look at what we see in this forecast loop. Now, something incredibly concerning but extremely far out in the run is this hurricane. As we can see down here, there's a little hurricane trying to develop here, but it quickly intensifies. As we can see, it's just sitting there near Cuba, but then it intensifies into a 972, 979 low pressure system. So now we're going to do a quick transition. Green. Oh, sorry about that. Alright. As we can see, we're going to play this loop here. So this is a little bit of a wind thing. As we can see, there's multiple things happening. But the wind on that storm, this is probably not going to happen. Do not get your hopes up. This is just, I don't know why I clicked, oops. But this will be bringing some, I think, with this hurricane, if it does happen, this looks like a major hurricane. I mean, a 972 and those types of winds, I mean, just look at how isolated it is. We will be watching that. Now, let's move over to the Euro and just look a little bit about that severe storm risk, possibly, at the beginning of the school week. Alright, so this is the Euro here. As we continue onward, let's see. We just see the United States actually on the we're keeping it on wind for now. The wind graph is pretty light and stable here. Not much going on. A few low pressures here and there. But if we proceed onward, we'll see some more and more wind events. And as we can see, we see something going on up there. Let me make sure. As we see something interesting up here in Canada. Probably not going to happen too. It's like an inland hurricane, it looks like, but it's not actually a hurricane. So, don't get your hopes up on that. Let's take a look at dew point. How muggy will you be? Of course, Nevada, other than apparently Las Vegas down here, you've been getting lots of flooding down there. And, all these areas, you are just dry as usual. You're just as wet as usual in the Gulf of Mexico. But take a look at Texas. Finally, getting some of that moisture. It has been dry, but it has been coming down way too fast. And if we proceed on the Euro, so this is something we see on the Euro here. So as we can see, it's pretty normal. And then there's like this surge of dry air. No storms or anything. It's not severely, like, it's not something I'm going, oh, raise the alarms on. It's not really a dry line. It's pretty stupid. Not really anything to be worried about. But then, as this pushes down, so I wish I had a drawing tool, but this goes down, and this just leaves room to go up. Watch. Boom. Watch that. And then it decides to go east and just expand out that way. And then so here's what we got. So the western half, other than New Mexico and all these states, you're pretty dry. I'll move on to like precipitation and stuff in a second. Other than down here, you guys are really quiet and dry. I already mentioned that. But then watch that push of dry air. Some areas that were 70-degree dew points all of a sudden are now 35. This might be a dry line, an Arctic blast. I'm unsure yet. I'll look at the temperatures. But this might be a dry line, especially along here. Or I'm gonna have to wait for like the NAM 3K. But this has been popping out. The only thing is that the models have been differentiating or something about what is gonna happen. Like sometimes there's no dry line, something just nothing happens. Sometimes it's just an Arctic blast, nothing in front of it. Sometimes it's a dry line with like derechos going up it. But we don't know exactly, and that's even what the SPC said. So I'm kind of waiting on what's gonna happen. So as we continue here, areas and portions of Michigan, 40-degree dew points, upper 39. That's like way too dry. You're probably gonna be getting chapped lips by the end of the work week. Like, watch at the beginning of the work week, 70-degree dew points. There is a bunch of Gulf air surging upward, but then this dry push of air all of a sudden pops downward with still a little passageway though that could lead in the future. I'm gonna have to look at it a bit more, but a passageway for more wet air. Let's take a quick look at the QFF. This will tell us like how much precipitation and stuff in your area on that day. So as we see a bunch of precipitation riding along this line. Like there's like a dry line around here as that pushes through. And this is what I was talking about. We could see derecho. It looks like a derecho might happen around here with all these. Do not quote me on any of this. This has been all changing over and over again. We are in the long to middle range models. So do not look at me going, "Oh, you said storms." No, that is not. Let's look at the like. This will actually tell us how much precipitation every day. So today on the Euro, it says Texas, Dallas, you're gonna be getting 3 inches of rain. Already piled on to the much more inches of rain. We'll be taking a closer look at Texas in a little bit, but let's continue on. This on the Euro, it decides to push out this way. 6 inches of rain over here near Alabama and all this stuff. We continue that way. As we can see, we got rain, and then we see that push of air again. Let me see what's going on down there real quick. First, this will tell us how much lightning. Kind of puts everything together. So as we can see, with all these dew points, you're gonna get some pop-up showers and thunderstorms over here, along with up here. And then all of a sudden, this is a really quiet time for the United States, other than a little areas of lots of lightning, but nothing much. And then I guess daytime heating, boom, there it is again. You know, more pop-ups. This is a little bit more scattered over the United States. Of course, you know, Florida is gonna be like that, but nothing to worry about. But there's that push of air going that way. As you can see, I'm not gonna sound off any severe weather alarms yet, but 100% you could see showers and thunderstorms from Monday evening all the way to Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday will be the day that I think middle schools and all these other types of schools will start opening up. So Tuesday, if you hear a rumble of thunder and you're on the eastern half of the United States, this is what I mean by eastern, is basically all of this and Oklahoma from Texas, I think this is Montana, all the way, no wait, this is North Dakota, dang it, this is Montana. Don't quote me on any of this. This goes so everywhere this way. So from North Dakota to Texas, everything west is the western half, and Louisiana, Minnesota, this way is the eastern half, is what I mean. So let's get another look here. Hold on. This is a blend of models. It will put together the dew points all together. So this is all. It'll be detailed for a second, but this is putting a bunch of models together. So as we can see, boom, we start getting into different types of models. Uh, it still says. So this is putting the Euro and the GFS together. It's not as bad as a put like what it was before the big push of wet air, but it still is drier than we've been normally getting. We've normally been getting like 66-degree dew points at night over here in Michigan. But as that wet air surges upward, as we can see, it just sits there, and there's like a line here for like like the western and eastern, and then it just goes down. Don't know what else to say there. This is the like percentage of how will you see any thunder and lightning. Florida, you're like usual. If you see yourself and go, oh my gosh, it's gonna storm. No, it's just Florida. You have these pop-up thunderstorms all the time. Shouldn't be too much. Nothing pops up on here that much. It isn't fully into here yet. It is not available, but it will be soon. Now, more on that tropics situation. Let me just move over here. Let's go Southwest Atlantic. So this is where it seems like we see our little storm to form, as you can see. All right, so let's take a quick look. We are about to take a quick look at the Texas flooding, and then we will be ending shortly. Let's just take a quick look on that thing before it forms. Just look at how, like, that thing just tightens. But this is the GFS. This is in the weird GFS land. This does not exist. But, I guess that's kind of it for that. There isn't much to talk about this yet. Alright, let's go to where I think we're going to see the most precipitation. Dallas. So, they are already ongoing of a flash flood warning. Let's get out of the GFS here and go straight to the HER. Now, as you can see, there's just showers, thunderstorms, and thunderstorms battering along here. And look at this, Dallas. Come on. You've been dry forever. Just now you are dealing with this. So let's see how much rain it says you're supposed to get according to the HER. Another 2 inches. This is just for Dallas, not including runoff and how dry the ground must be. It has been it has been a drought over here forever. This is just amazing. It depends on how you take it, a blessing or a curse. It is unknown, I guess. But let's continue. This one pulled out some different results for it to strengthen the more 13 inches? Come on, that is just insane. So if you're anywhere, so let me go to region. Alright, if you are anywhere around this line, I think it's a stationary right now, this line. Yeah, it's moving very slow across your area. Just take a look at that. This says that all areas practically from here to here. So everywhere within this box. I wish I could draw, but I can't. But this is basically just all supposed to be a very bad event. So let's hope that all in Texas right now is going to be alive. Not like everyone's gonna die, but it will be a very sad thing or good thing. It is unknown, as I said. But have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!